Today is May 19, 2026, and I just got done with my marathon run. And honestly speaking, being able to run a mile after that, you feel like you can do any and everything. You feel unstoppable. So I would definitely recommend everybody to do that consistently, at least like multiple times a week or something like that. But that's not the point of the video. The point of the video today I wanted to talk about is rejection. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because recently, I believe yesterday, I got rejected from a scholarship. And usually this is something that would have broken me, or at least made me at least be a little bit sad, because I didn't get a scholarship. But the key to not being sad when you get rejected is make rejection your norm. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten rejected over the past few months, whether that's my relationships, whether that's my friendships, whether that's universities or scholarships. When I transferred over, I applied to Rice University, I applied to Johns Hopkins, I applied to all the schools there is in Nashville, and I got rejected from every single one of them except for only two. Not only that, but I also applied to this one huge scholarship. It was like $55,000 per year if I got it, right? And I got rejected for that. And honestly speaking, that shit broke me, because not only did I get rejected from universities, I also got rejected from one of the biggest scholarships ever. Mind you, I was a semifinalist, and I was like, I'm gonna get it. But at the end, I never ended up getting it. And it took me a really long time to make peace with that, because I was just like, why did I deserve that? I gave it my all. I gave it my 100%. I did everything I could have done, and yet I still didn't get it. But the one thing that I forgot is to remain humble. Now that I think about it, I reflect on how much I've changed over this whole year. I realized that me losing that scholarship was the greatest thing to ever happen to me. And why do I say that? Because if I had gotten that scholarship, I know for a fact I would have been the cockiest person out there. I would have been like, oh yeah, I got a scholarship worth $55,000. God knew that I wasn't ready for that type of stuff. God knew that I wasn't ready for that success, because that success would be the reason I would get ruined. And honestly, now that I look at it, I'm grateful I didn't get it, right? Because it turned out for the better. I still, at the end of the day, I kept praying for God to help me pay for college. And at the end of the day, I still got scholarships that weren't as huge, obviously, but they were enough to cover almost everything. 95% of my college is still covered. So at the end of the day, is it that God never answered my prayers, or is it that he redirected me to something better that wouldn't ruin me? So when you look at rejection, every single time, at least for me personally now, what I started doing is I just keep, it's kind of like exposure therapy, what's been going around lately in the reels, where people are just like, oh, day one of getting rejected, trying to get rejected, because that really just makes rejection not seem like a big deal at all. It's like you see that rejection letter and you just move on. That's literally how it's supposed to be. But since we are so used to not getting rejected, it just takes a mental toll on us. And so another way that we can look at rejection is by looking at it from the perspective of God. The reason why we get rejected sometimes is because it's redirection. We've heard that all before. And it's truly the best way to look at it. I know sometimes people can be like, oh, I'm so used to rejection, I get rejected all the time, I'm so used to it. That's not the type of attitude you should have. The type of attitude you should have is, oh no, I got rejected, but it's okay. I know that this wasn't meant for me. I know that there's something better out there for me. I know that this is not something that was beneficial to me one way or another. I cannot understand why I got rejected, but I trust that God knows, because obviously he's the one in control, right? So from this, what we can gain is just don't be afraid to get rejected, guys. Rejection is not the end of the world, I promise you. If you stop yourself from anything just because you're scared of getting rejected, you're automatically getting rejected anyway. But the chances of you not getting rejected become higher if you actually try to pursue something. And let me tell you another thing. I applied to, I believe, over 15 scholarships. 15 scholarships. And I only ended up getting two of them. Two of them. And yet still, that was enough for me to pay for my college. Why? Because I trusted God. I trusted Him. And I let everything like, I let Him take control. I believed in Him. And I was like, no, God's going to help me pay for this. Did I need that $55,000? No, that was $55,000 was way more. My tuition is barely even $10,000. I didn't need that. So why would I even be upset that I didn't get it? And I know, like, obviously for those people that have seen me through that time when I did get rejected initially, I actually stopped, like, I stopped having as much of a strong faith. But now that I look back on it, I see that God honestly did what was best. And I feel like even if I had gotten that scholarship, I would have stopped working so hard. Because right now, the reason why I work hard is because I don't have that thing that I need, the thing that I yearn for. But once you have that thing that you yearn for, you're done, buddy. At least for me, I just can't. So I would definitely say, just get rejected, guys, on the regular, every single day. At least one rejection a day. One rejection a day is going to make you unstoppable, because you're gonna try things that you've never done before, just because you're no longer afraid of that rejection, just because you're not scared of failing, just because you're not scared of anything. So when I tell you rejection is a blessing in disguise, it definitely is.